Hello there, paper review time with this week's Euro samples. Some of them still warm to the touch. With the European qualifying groups now sewn up from top to bottom, a bit like that human centipede thing, let's take a quick look at who's smiling and who's been left with an unpleasant taste in the mouth. France, first of all, very much in the former category. Sighs of relief after their close call with Bosnia-Herzegovina. Deliverance, L'Equipe calls it, and Samir Nasri there with a face that wouldn't look out of place in the movie. The paper saying inside, we suffered like martyrs and we're through, but there is still plenty of building we need doing. Great, in which case Poland is the perfect place to be going. Their neighbours Belgium, in the meantime, not so fortunate. They didn't get the miracle that they were hoping for over in Germany. As Newsblad put it, empty-handed once again. Still, never mind the line from the Belgian press, at least the Tintin film is out and it's terrific. Here we are. It was all just a dream, says the Gazette van Antwerpen, but Spielberg makes an absolute top film about Quiffy, which thankfully turns out to be the Belgian nickname for the boy reporter. Similar story in other papers. No miracle in Germany, but Tintin film is good. And the main points, once again, no miracle, Tintin film good. Germans, meanwhile, so impressed with their 3-1 win that they ask over in Bild, Yogi, who can stop us now? Before remembering, oh yeah, the Spanish. Tintin and asterisk. Well, glummest of the lot this week were the Portuguese. See what I mean? Cristiano Ronaldo and co here beaten at the hands of last week's timber metaphor enthusiast Denmark and proving very sore losers. Let's have a look at the reaction back home. A bola, night of horrors. They were unforgettably bad. Corriere da Manhã, Portugal humiliated, go to the playoffs. Record, we are born to suffer. And O jogo, they didn't use their feet or their heads. Inside the paper, interestingly, look out, it's Carlos Queiroz, former Portugal manager, who says, if I was still in charge, we'd already be at the Euros. Queiroz ranking as Portugal's Steve McLaren, having taken them last year to their worst start to qualifying since 1996, before they had the good sense to fire him. Anyway, problem not so much the current manager, Paulo Bento, with whom Portugal had won 5 games in a row before this one. The problem more, says L'Equipe over in France, is their only goal scorer on Tuesday, that man Cristiano Ronaldo. All right, says the paper, his goal was magnificent, but it doesn't hide the problem. The man with the armband thinks only of himself. Ronaldo is the captain, but he behaves like a spoilt child. Come on, he's good looking, rich and talented. And it's not him saying that. Oh yeah, it is actually. Well, possibly there's a lesson for the Portuguese in Sweden's success this week, as we'll see in a second. Tuesday night, of course, the Swedes coming up with a 3-2 win over the heavily fancied Holland that guaranteed them a place at the finals as the best second-place team. Were they happy about it? Were they ever? It's a miracle, says Afton Bladet. Underneath, heroes thank the ball boy. This the 15-year-old pitch-side lad whose rapid handling of a stray ball set up the winner, a bit like, say, Thierry Henry a few years back. The lad making the front pages of the papers, but then plenty of room for everyone, really, with 12 pages dedicated to the success in Sweden's GT, pictures here of the crazy Euro party, and fully 14 pages of coverage of the win in Expressen. Their headline, qualifier drama, it's the pinnacle. And they award here, as you can see, Sweden's footballers 5 wasps out of 5. That's how they measure things there. Wasps out of 5. Except for one famous occasion back in 1988 when they gave 6 wasps out of 5 to Glenn Hyson for taking part in a 0-0 draw with England. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Now, Portugal may be intrigued to learn Sweden's success was achieved without their captain and all-round queen bee, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who was suspended for this game. And the papers all agreeing we played much better without him. Indeed, they point out, while Sweden have won 55% of their Euro qualifiers with him over the last 10 years, they've won 100% of them without him. So, Zlatan no longer the bee's knees for the Swedes. Bet that stings. Anyway, on that apiary note, I'll be off. That's all for this week, but we'll be back with another roundup of the papers next Friday, so hopefully you'll be joining us then.